police strike is a cozy, and for anyone who doesn't know what I mean by that, you know, you don't see a really bloody body on the floor, and the sex is not so obvious that you feel like you have to be in bed with them. It's more a quieter kind of mystery. But that's not to say that you won't get scared. So all of us who are writing mysteries want you to be a little bit scared and staying up a little bit at night. And I'm going to lose this hat for sure.
I can feel mine slipping already. You go ahead and take it off if you need to.
There you go. Don't worry.
I am going to read just a little bit from this, from Police Strike. And I would say that Coleman and Dinah Green are their cousins from North Carolina who come to New York and work in the art world. And on this particular evening, they have been to a large opening at a museum, and they have heard while there that someone they know, a good friend, has been killed. And they leave, obviously they're very upset, and Coleman wants to go back to their office because this person who was killed worked for her, and she wants to know where he's been and what he's been doing because something just doesn't make a lot of sense. So they're up, and picture this, it's a Sunday night, and it's been snowing, so it's very quiet, there's very little traffic, and they come up in this dark building up to the floor where they're the only people in it. And they're in the conference room, and they're talking about what they should do and what they can do about their friend. Coleman cocked her head and cupped her hand behind her ear. "Did you hear that?" she whispered. Dinah looked up. "What?" Coleman put a finger to her lips. "Shh, the elevator. It stopped on this floor. Nobody should be coming here this time of night." "One of the staff? Cleaning crew?" Coleman shook her head. "On Sunday night, I've never seen anyone cleaning here on Sunday during the day, let alone at night. The guard downstairs knows we're here. He should have called me to tell me someone was coming up. The switchboard's off, but security has my cell phone number. Whoever it is must have sneaked past the guard. But why didn't the elevator man let me know? I don't want to scare you, but it must be someone up to no good. I'll turn off the lights if it's a burglar, or worse. I'd rather he not know that we're here. Take your things and get under the table. I'll lock the door to the conference room." Dinah did as she was told. Coleman switched off the conference room lights, locked the door to the hall, and crawled under the table to join Dinah. Dinah reached out for Coleman's hand. "Listen," Coleman whispered. "Whoever it is, just open the door from the elevator corridor into the reception room. He has a key or a card with access to the access code." Footsteps approached the conference room, and the door handle rattled. They froze at the sound of someone entering the code that unlocked the conference room door. The overhead lights came on. All Dinah could see was a pair of black trousered legs and feet in highly polished black shoes. Okay. You want to know what happens?
Always leave them with a cliffhanger. I'm going to put mine sort of like a lounge singer. Okay, so I was leaving. I have, since this book is just coming out, I've actually only done a few readings, like 2 of it, but I think probably the best thing to do is I'm going to read you the very beginning of show the book, Through the Evil Days, available in 5 bookstores everywhere in the next 3 days. Okay, so you don't have to know anything about it. The dog's barking woke Michaela up. Ted and Helen, she was supposed to call them Uncle Ted and Aunt Helen, but she never did inside her own head, had told her Oscar was really a sweet dog. And it was true, he never growled at her. He was so big, though, with his tail going thunk, 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 and his long pink tongue and his stabby white teeth. Michaela didn't care how sweet he was, he scared her. Right now, his big, deep bark was booming over and over and over again. Michaela burrowed beneath her quilts and pulled the pillow over her head. "Shut up, stupid dog," she whispered. She waited for the thud of Ted and Helen's bedroom door, footsteps on the stairs. It sounded like Oscar had to go bad. She shivered. What if the McCallans didn't do anything? She would have to let him out. That was the rule. Then she'd have to stand around in the freezing hallway until he pooped and she could let him back in. She pushed her pillow away and scooted up. It sounded like the dog was already outside. Maybe Ted had let him out and fallen asleep. Grown-ups could sleep through anything. There had been times Michaela had to talk to her mom before the bus came in the morning, and she'd shake her, and Mom still didn't do anything but mumble and roll over. She climbed out of bed and put on her booties and her robe. The McCallans had given them to her the afternoon she had come out of the hospital. The robe is pink and woolly, and the booties had real sheepskin inside, which was good, because the McCallans' old house was always cold. She missed her mom's apartment. She could spend all Saturday watching TV in her shorty pajamas. It was so warm inside. Michaela opened the bedroom door and wrinkled her nose. The hallway stank like a gas station. The nightlight was out. Moonlight streamed from Ted and Helen's open door at the other end of the hall, and for a second she thought about trying to get one of them to let Oscar in, but they might be bad if she woke them up. She clung to the railing as she walked down the unlit stairs. The stink was even worse in the front hall. She had her hand on the doorknob to let Oscar in when someone said, "Wait." She screamed, "Shh, shh, Michaela, it's me." She caught her breath at the familiar voice. "You scared me." There was a clank, like a pail setting on the floor, and then a figure moved out of the deep dark of the living room to the shadowy gray of the hall. "I'm sorry. I'm here to take you to your mom." "My mom?" Her heart was going bumpity-bump. She wasn't sure if it was from her fright or from the idea of seeing her mom. "Really?" "Yes, I was just coming upstairs to get you." "But," she frowned, "it's the middle of the night. Are you supposed to be here?" "Look, do you want to stay here with them? Fine by me, I'll just leave." "No, wait," Michaela stumbled toward the living room. "I want to go. I want to see my mom." "I don't know, maybe I made a mistake coming to get you." No, just let me, I have a suitcase, I'll get my clothes and then we can go." "I'll get your clothes. You go get my car. It's in the driveway. I'll be there in a minute." "Can I take my coat and my book bag? They're right here." Yes, Jesus." She snatched them off their hooks and opened the door. Oscar's barking got wilder. "And don't let the dog in." Michaela shut the door behind her and ran along the narrow shoveled path to the drive. Oscar, standing in the snow, whined as she passed him, but he didn't do anything to stop her. She jumped in the back seat of the waiting car and slammed the door. She sat, shaking from excitement and fear, her arms wrapped around her book bag. She was going to see her mom again. It had been so long. Then she had an awful thought. Her recorder. She had left it in the bedroom, and Monday was music class. If she forgot it again, Miss Clausen would kill her. She could run back and get it. She knew right where it was. It wouldn't take more than a couple of minutes. That would be okay. She bit her lip and opened the door, slipped out. She left the door open. That would prove she was coming right back. She had taken 3 or 4 steps towards the house when she heard a whumping noise. Oscar stopped barking and lay in the snow. In the black, moonlit, moonblank windows, she saw something orange, red, kindled. It was far back, like something in the kitchen, maybe. Oscar whined again. The door slammed, and for a second she thought, "It's Ted. He's coming to stop me. He's coming to get me. He's going to save me." But she could see it wasn't Ted McCallan at all. The orange-red glow grew brighter. Oscar sprang up, barking, and Michaela's whole body shook. "What the hell are you doing? Get back in the car, goddammit!" She scrambled into the car. The door slammed against the bottom of her boot like a hard slap. She twisted around to see out the back. She stuck her thumb in her mouth. The car engine, firing up, almost hid the sound of breaking glass. She sucked her thumb harder. She wasn't going to think about Ted and Helen. She wasn't going to think at all. But she stayed facing backward, looking at the snow and the moonlight and the house and the fire until they rounded the bend in the road and she was gone.